Welcome to another edition of MIW. Good to see you this morning. Glad you guys could join me. I was just listening to Modern Life Dating. He was doing a breakdown of the Black Phillip show. I suggest you check out Jonathan at Modern Life Dating. It's pretty red pill, but if you want to keep from getting burned, you need to be educated about how things really work. Because life can really get you down if you think in the idealistic way that you're going to meet the one and live happily ever after. It's kind of what we've been taught by society and by the modern women's movement, so to speak. I don't know if they taught it, but it comes from television and different places like that. But anyway, today we're doing the Neville Collection. Neville Goddard. He is a metaphysical teacher. He uses the Bible to teach from, but he believes that the Bible is a psychological drama taking place in the mind of every man. He doesn't actually believe that the characters in the Bible were real. Whether they are or not, it really doesn't matter. It's the teachings and how you can use them to have a better life and be more and become who you really want to be. Anyway, I really love his teachings, and if you find this video of benefit to you and helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button, share it with a friend, and if you'd like to get my help personally, you can contact me at marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. You can check me out on Instagram at marksinspiration, and here we go. Okay, this is the first book. It's a collection of 10. The first book is At Your Command. I have listened to this book and read it hundreds of times. It is one of the best, I believe, and I'm going to share some of it with you today in respects to how you can use it to become the man you want to become. For example, with women, they have a saying in the red pill community: money, muscles, and game. Okay, money is status or strength or a position in society. In the old days, thousands of years ago, status would have been if you were the leader of the group, a king, a ruler, an emperor. But today's status has more to do with your finances, your position in society, how well known you are, if you're accepted, if you are loved by people, if you're known by people. It's a different form of strength and power today than it was thousands of years ago, or even 200 or 300 years ago. But that attracts women. Women don't want to be with a nobody. What is the saying? Women want to be with the guy that all the other girls want and every man wants to be like. That's very true. So we will move ahead. At Your Command. Let me see. We're not moving. Next page. Here we go. The power of awareness. What you are aware of being is who you are and who you will project yourself as out to the world. If you feel like, or you are aware or believe that you're a nobody, that no girls want you, that you're not interesting, you're not attractive, I don't care if you're the most interesting, most attractive guy in the world, you will never see it. People will treat you like you're a nobody, like you're not attractive. It's how you feel and what you believe you are on the inside is what people see. They don't see what you think they see what you think you are. You attract what you are too, not what you want so much as what you are. Unless what you want is what you are, you will never bring it into your life, because you will never take the actions necessary to bring that into your life. All right. This was originally published in 1939, so this guy's been dead a long time. I think he died in the 70s. Okay, the preface. This book contains the very essence of the principle of expression of creation. Everything that you see in your outer world, if you're looking at whatever you're watching this on today, was first created in the mind of man as a thought, and then he took the action. I'm not one that believes that in the law of attraction where you just think of something and it comes to be. That does happen, but more often than not, you have to take some inspired action to make it come to pass. Now, on the reverse side of that, though, some people believe you have to take action, 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 and you can't accomplish things like that, but you're taking action from your conscious, rational mind more so than your higher self or God or universal intelligence or whatever name or words you care to use to describe what you believe in. That type of action from your higher self or from God, if you like, is very constructive and productive action as compared to action of your rational, conscious mind. He goes on to say, had I cared to, I could have expanded it into a book of several hundred pages. But such expansion would have defeated the purpose of this book. Commands, to be effective, must be short and to the point. The greatest command ever recorded is found in the few simple words, and God said, let there be light. Commands could be looked at, for me, that is like affirmations. I have written on my wall, affirmations are reminders that what you seek is already here, but you just can't see it. I'll give you an example. Some of you will understand this, and some of you may think, well, that's just normal. Okay, I ordered some paint the other day. They told me it would be here between 7 and 9. I ordered 5 gallons of exterior super paint, okay, white. So in my mind, I'm thinking, it's probably not going to be here till around 8. Okay, so I go downstairs and look, and I don't see any paint. Look out on the back porch where I have them set it, and I look outside because sometimes they don't put it inside. Okay, so I go back upstairs, sit around, comes around 8 o'clock, get the boys ready to go. I go down and look, still no paint. I look outside, look on the front porch, it's not here. So I thought, well, they said it'd be here by 9, so I told the boys just to wait and sat here for a while longer. Come to be around 9 o'clock. I got done everything I needed to get done before we left. I went down, still no paint. So I called the company and I said, hey, where's my paint? It was supposed to be here at 9. Do you know when it's going to come? And they said, well, let me look. And they looked up and showed it was already delivered. I'm like, well, I looked. I said, I looked on the front porch and I'm looking around the neighborhood because sometimes they'll deliver it to another address. It's only happened a couple times. So I said, well, I'll look again. So I walk out to the front porch. I go back and look back on the back porch again. And there it is, sitting right in front of me. It's been there since 7:38 and it was 9:05 by then. But they delivered it in gallons in a box. Now I saw that, but I didn't see it. I was looking for a 5-gallon container, and I have many of them sitting out there, but I was looking for a new one, specifically a new 5-gallon container. So my mind had to register that paint was there because I looked all over the porch, but yet I didn't see it. They call that a lacuna. It's blocked. It was blocked out because I believed that it was going to be there in a 5-gallon container, but yet it was there in a box with 4 gallons on the outside and one sitting by it. But it was right there. Walked past it 3 or 4 times. So that goes back to the fact about what they say is you don't believe what you see what you believe. I could not see that. It wasn't allowed into my mind because I wasn't looking for 4 gallons and a single sitting outside of the box. I was looking for a gray 5-gallon container. And this happens everywhere in life. If you don't believe there are any beautiful girls around you, guess what? You will not see the beautiful girls. They will be blocked out of your sight, out of your vision, which happens inside of you. Your eyes just allow these visions in and you see that inside. Those are called lacunas. And everybody has them on certain things. Have you ever been looking for something in your house? For example, your keys. You're looking, and then your wife or your friend or somebody comes in and says, hey, they're right there on the table. And you have looked there 2 or 3 times, but you couldn't see them. How is that? That's what they call a lacuna. It's a block. They're blocked out of your vision because something in your mind is obstructing that, a belief that you have. Maybe the belief that, God, I don't know what I do with them. I can't find them. I know I'm not going to be able to find out. I'm going to be late for work. So you convince yourself through your beliefs that you are not going to find them, even though you're looking for them and you can't see them. It's a strange thing, but if you think about your past, I'm sure there's been times when something like that has happened to you. Anyway, it's something to consider when you start thinking things like, I can't be successful, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't afford this. Don't ever say you can't or you can't afford. You can do whatever you want to do if you have the desire strong enough within you, and only you know what that desire is. Okay, I will continue on. In keeping with this principle, that was where God said, "Let there be light." Light is the light of your mind, to light your to make yourself aware, to be able to see, because in the darkness you can't see, but with light you can see. In keeping with this principle, I now give to you, the reader, in these few pages, the truth as it was revealed to me, Neville. Starts off, at your command. Can a man decree a thing and have it come to pass? Most decidedly he can. To decree is to affirm, is to believe. Men have always decreed that which has appeared in his world, and is today decreeing that which is appearing in his world, and shall continue to do so as long as a man is conscious of being man. Not one thing has ever appeared in man's world, but what man decreed that it should. This you may deny, but try as you will, you cannot disprove it. For this decreeing is based upon a changeless principle. To decree is to have the thought, to speak it, to take the action towards creating this thing, to make it happen, to whatever it happens to be. If you want to be a high status male, a man that women are attracted to, a man that controls the frame, a man that feels confident, that is confident, then you have to first see that within yourself. Feel yourself, to use your imagination. The problem is most people use imagination in the wrong way. They think about what they fear, they say they think about money, they want to be successful, but they think about the bills, they think about how they're going to pay the rent, they don't know how they're going to make it, they think about what they're not making enough, instead of seeing themselves in their mind being and having the things that you want, and feeling what that's like in your visions, during your visualizations. And when you say the affirmations, say them with feeling and let that picture flash in your mind. Now, this is something that doesn't happen within a few minutes or a week or sometimes a month. It could happen, but more than likely it takes time. Your conscious mind will program your subconscious, which actually is responsible for all your actions and everything that you do. Okay? You do not command things to appear by your words or loud affirmations. Such vain repetition is more often than not confirmation of the opposite. You can use affirmations and repeat them over and over. Many times you'll say it, you'll feel like a liar, you'll feel like it's ridiculous, but over a period of time, you can convince yourself that this is true. That's exactly what brainwashing is. They continue to tell someone something long enough that they begin to believe it, but they usually beat them down emotionally, okay, and get them in a really emotionally susceptible condition, okay, and then finally they come to believe it, okay. You can do the same thing. If you repeat affirmations throughout the day, you're going to have different levels of emotion during the day. So even if you don't believe it, if you're saying it while you're feeling really depressed and down, these make imprints on your subconscious mind, which, as I said, is really what controls you throughout the day. You think you're making conscious decisions, but these are all pre-programmed responses. Really, during the day, you only have the ability to react to things that happen until you start creating the future you want with visualization and affirmations. Okay? That is, every man is conscious of being that which he has decreed himself to be. The dumb man with words is conscious of being dumb. Therefore, he is decreeing himself dumb. Okay, he believes himself to be dumb. He talks like he's dumb. From the fullness of the heart, from the fullness of the subconscious, the mouth speaks. Listen to what you're saying about yourself. think about what you're thinking about yourself. You have control. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You are the king of your kingdom, of your thoughts. Okay, you have complete control over your thoughts. And your dominant thinking will create the reality of whatever your dominant thoughts are. Because you take actions from these dominant thoughts. So you need to be aware of what you're thinking. Okay, if you want to be the high status male that attracts women, you first have to see yourself being that man in your visualizations. Feel what that's like. Feel yourself holding a girl, kissing a beautiful girl. Feel yourself talking to a girl. Have those mental conversations of you talking to her and her responding exactly like you want her to. Now, and then situations in your outer world will arise to where you can take action on that, and that action on that. Now, you will feel fear, but you just have to take your first, how do I say, your first intuitive thought and say something to her, whatever pops in your mind. What happens to most people is they hesitate. They start thinking, well, what if I say that and she doesn't want to talk to me? Or what if she ignores me? See, that's where you screw up. You just got to blurt it out. Like Zan Perrion says. Rich Cooper says, you got to do the work. The work is in the mental world first. If you want a beautiful body, you got to do the work inside. Okay? And then as you do that, you will take the action on the outside. You'll start working out. You'll start lifting weights. And there is a reverse to that. Sometimes you need to start to do something, and if you take the action, the feeling will follow. So you have to mix these two things together. But as I said before, everything that you see, if you see the man at the club or you see the man out there and this guy gets all the girls, that's because he believes that he can do that. And his belief has created his ability to act. And by taking these actions, he's become more and more of what he's wanted to be, what he foreseen himself to be before he ever took the first action. Okay, action is so important in the world of creation. You will never have anything if you don't take the action. If you're sitting home playing Xbox all day or watching porn all day and playing with yourself, you're never going to have any energy or motivation to go out there and talk to girls. You have to be socially affluent. You have to talk to people. What I do and what I recommend you do is when you go to the gas station, talk to the girl behind the counter. I don't care if she's 70 years old, 60, if she's fat, joke around with her, flirt with her. It makes it easy then when you meet someone who is really good looking that you're really attractive to. I joke around with all the girls. I mean, I live in a place in the Midwest where it's pretty slim pickings, right? I usually go out of the country to date, which because of this, let me see, the current situation, you can't travel much. So, but if you live in the city or wherever you live, there's always girls to talk to. Maybe none that you really are interested in or you want to go out with, but the options or the opportunities are there for you to work, to take the action, to practice these techniques that you can learn from, Rule Zero. Listen to those guys. I mean, that may seem pretty harsh to you. They talk about the red pill concept, but it's very true. I've lived long enough to know that I lived till I was about 30 years old in the red pill, how do I say, ideas. I lived my relationships with those concepts, although at that time they didn't call it red pill. I was just a player, and it works. It really does. And then I kind of converted when I was 32 to blue pill. Okay, the example there is I got married 3 times. They all left me. 2 of them said I was a good father and a good husband, but they couldn't live the kind of life. And I'm thinking, I'm doing what society, what everybody tells me what to do. I go to work. I'm a good father. I'm a good husband. They lost interest. Those types of behaviors do not maintain attraction. And the girl doesn't even understand it. You don't want to listen to what girls say they want. You want to, and do that. You want to do what they really want, what they're attracted to. And they really don't understand that themselves. I'm sure there's a few out there, but it's got to be less than 1%. I hope this has been of value to you. Hit the like and subscribe button. Share it with a friend if you think it will help them. Thanks for joining me. And once again, if you want to get my help personally, marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com, or you can check me out on Instagram at marksinspiration. Thanks for joining me. See you guys later.